What is up, Film Geeks? My name is Trevor, and welcome to my channel. Black Panther Wakanda Forever finally made its way into theaters, and they gave us a bunch of awesome returning characters and a couple awesome new characters. So today, we're ranking all the Black Panther Wakanda Forever characters. And when I mean all, I mean like the ones that had the most impact. There are a couple of cameo characters in there that we're not going to be including. Got like the 8 main characters from this movie, from the villains to the supporting characters, like the big heroes in this movie. We have them all in this tier list. We're going to place them on their proper tiers, but before we do, jump your way down below in the comment section. Let me know who's your favorite character from Black Panther Wakanda Forever. And one final thing, we are going to be talking some spoilers for Black Panther Wakanda Forever. So this is your warning if you have not seen the movie. Hit the like button, subscribe button. Let's hop into these tiers. And starting off for the tiers, we have amazing, we have great, we have good, we have okay, and we have meh. I don't think there's a bad character. I don't even necessarily think there is a meh character. First and foremost, we're starting with Everett Ross. I assumed we were going to see him in this movie, but we actually saw a little bit more into his backstory. He's actually married to Valentina, who's like putting together the Thunderbolts, and she's like kind of a big head of CIA and everything. They were married for quite some time. Valentina was one of the big cameos in the movie I was not expecting. She's not on his tier list, but Everett Ross I'm gonna put in the good tier. I like seeing him in the Black Panther movies. I like how he's so devoted to the Wakandans and like he owes his life to them because they constantly are saving this guy's ass. But a very good character. Wasn't in it all that much, but when he was, honestly, I had a smile on my face. I really like Martin Freeman. Bilbo Baggins. Then we have Ramonda. Angela Bassett plays like the Queen of Wakanda and T'Challa's mother and Shuri's mother. I'm gonna put her in the great tier. I think this is easily the best performance of the entire movie. Just the emotion, how she delivers these lines. With one of the lines in particular is one we heard from the trailer. Have I not given everything? How she says that even in this movie. It is chill-inducing, and Ramonda actually dies in this movie, saving Riri Williams, who we'll get to here in a second. Very sad moment, but she like swam down when Namor like flooded them out, and that's really what gets Shuri that like fire and vengeance in her. But Ramonda is a fantastic character, and Shuri has everything taken away from her, really, like all of her family. Everyone's gone, and Ramonda's her delivery. And there's this scene where her and Okoye are going back and forth, you know, and like that's where it hits hard. It's really, really, really great acting. I absolutely loved her. Then we have Nakia. Totally forgot about Lupita Nyong'o's presence in the MCU, but it is felt in this movie in the great tier. I loved her addition in this movie. I thought it just worked, and once we saw her, I was like, oh my gosh, yes, because she is badass, and she does go on a really cool little secret mission, and every time Lupita Nyong'o's on screen, her presence is felt. She just brings such a positive vibe and a force to be reckoned with on screen. A great character. I love Nakia. Then we have Shuri, the Black Panther, the new Black Panther. Shuri is the heart and soul of this film, and I wasn't too on board with the character of Shuri before this movie, but I'm going to put her in the amazing tier just because of how well she does in this movie. There are some lines when she delivers, like Letitia Wright, like, it is cheesy. It comes across, I'm kind of like, oh, that's cringy, but this young like kid basically loses everyone from her father to her brother to now her mother, and she's now in charge of Wakanda, a very young genius, but she has to take on the mantle of the Black Panther. And when she goes and fights Namor, she is a genius, and she uses her smarts more than like her brawn. And I thought she was amazing. I cannot wait to see her again as a Black Panther. And like, I didn't know if it was gonna work. I was really nervous going in, but my goodness, it worked. It worked so well. Then we have M'Baku. M'Baku's going to go in the good tier just because he didn't have enough screen time. I love M'Baku. Winston Duke is fantastic, and he's always giving those funny lines, and he's giving a little bit of counsel to Shuri in this movie. He was in it more. He definitely would be up a couple tiers, like in great or amazing. I absolutely love M'Baku. Nothing against him. It's just out of a 2 hour and 40-minute movie, he maybe has 20 minutes of screen time, and honestly, I wish he had more. Then we have Okoye. Okoye is going to go in that great tier. She's easily one of the best parts about the Black Panther movies. But she's just a badass general. And when she's fighting, and she almost like meets her match of one of Namor's people, like his general and her. They fight, and they have a really cool end scene. And her line delivery and her wittiness for how serious she is, she's very funny, has some funny lines in there. And again, she is very badass. Really cool little arc in here. And her loyalty to the throne is unmatched. Okoye is badass. Like, who's going to take down Okoye? No one. That's who. Then, my favorite part of this movie was Ironheart, Riri Williams, in that amazing tier. My favorite character of this movie, when she gets introduced, I forgot we were going to get her in this movie. I love the quick introduction for her. I love how smart she is, how witty she is, how, again, badass she is. And her suit, she does like new Iron Man in town, people. This young lady is just a baller, and like her suit was so sick. And again, her brain is much better than her brawn, but her suit at the end, I had chills when she came flying up. Oh, I had chills thinking about it right now. Riri Williams was my favorite part of the movie. I cannot wait for her Ironheart series. A perfect introduction. And finally, my second favorite part of the movie, I would think the best part of this movie, was Namor. And Namor is going to go in that amazing tier. Easily one of my favorite MCU villains. And I would say one of the best villains of MCU Phase 4 because they dive into this guy. They dive into his backstory. Who is Namor? Well, you find the hell out in this movie. He's trying to take Talokan, which is like what he's in charge of under the sea, and Wakanda, and be two of the most powerful nations ever on the sea and on land. And again, he's just trying to do right by his people. He doesn't want his people to get exposed, and like he's trying to do what kings do. And I think he was a great villain, very badass. I didn't know how the wings on his feet were gonna look, but they looked awesome and it worked. And sometimes it was a little cheesy seeing him flap around, but I really enjoyed Namor. To me, he was the best part about the movie, and Riri Williams was my favorite part about the movie. Let me know your ranking of these characters down below in the comment section. Who's your favorite? Who's your least favorite? Let me know all that down below. Hit the like button, subscribe button, notification bell. Come back later this week and we have more Marvel content. I cannot wait for it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.